What's up, friends? This is Manni and welcome to an ultimate Minos farming guide, specifically the new legendary pilot that will be a must-have, okay? So in this little short video, I'm going to show you how I go about farming this because it does require you to play a certain type of robots, okay? So take a look at the leaderboards down here. You guys during the last live stream made me aware of this. Thank you very much for that. Una Glow here. After charge is activated, Minos gains 100 additional defense points, then durability increase, and with reflector or after it you get faster. And how you do it is, you see here, you have to use Icarus Titans or Icarus robots to make kills. You can alternatively also open a lot of silver data pads, but I don't need those, or at least the stuff that's inside. So that's what we're doing. Icarus robot here, Icarus robot there, Icarus Okochi, Icarus Crisis, yes. And the Eiffel Titan is an Icarus Titan, so making kills and doing damage with these type of robots will give you what you need to unlock Ola here as the legendary pilot. And we all can kind of get that ultimate Minos. Maybe not every single player, but I would say a lot of people can get it now, and that is a really cool event. And in that spirit, I'm participating, and I'm also gonna make a little guide right here on how to show it. And by the way, yeah, I know, I have hair. Who would have thunk it, huh? You never saw me without that hat, and today I didn't feel like putting it on. So yeah, there we go, without a hat. And yeah, there is a Ravager right there, took a lot of damage, and I'm gonna finish him off immediately because I need the kill, right? The kills give you extra points towards progressing through that leaderboard and getting you that pilot. So kills are more important than dealing damage, alright? So just keep that in mind. We have to have the kills and finish off the enemy if it's possible. Alright, so there's this guy and boom, kill, right? And especially with the Crisis and the Gauss weapons, you can do that pretty well because you have this high alpha damage, and if you just wait for the right moment, you typically snack the kill. One more thing that's new in this video, by the way, is that it's a 4K video. Yeah, I have been, like, I installed BlueStacks and I installed War Robots on my new gaming rig that I built with a 5090 in it. And yeah, I'm playing War Robots with our RTX 5090 now. That is freaking insane. And yeah, it's plugged into my OLED TV, my LG TV, and it's 4K, so I'm recording in 4K in that case. When I play it there and progress, I'm recording in 4K. So if you want to knock yourself out, guys, go to your local 4K monitor, be it a TV or whatever, and yeah, and enjoy having a 4K War Robots experience in 60 frames per second. Pretty funny. And also, the TV is running HDR, but I don't think it makes any difference for War Robots. It does seem a little brighter to me, but maybe I'm just crazy. Anyways, let's keep going and let's keep making some kills. You can snack kills of flying condors also with this build. But for that, they have to be destroyed and damaged already a lot by other players. And then you can actually snack that last 50% health. But you have to wait for all those shields around it to be taken off. And you see what I'm doing here? I'm running the Crisis robot. Thankfully, I have a very capable team. That is, I fire in sequence to bypass last stands, which means in this case he's already almost gone. Always fire in sequence when you anticipate some sort of last stand threshold to be in the way. You know, other than that, you can kind of one-tap. You don't have to fire in sequence, but it is very useful when there's a resistance threshold kicking in, like the last stand. All right, and the Crisis is a very good robot for this sort of guide here, simply because we can get kills so easily, and we also do a lot of damage. And if your team is up for the task, like they are here, then I can even actually enjoy running this Crisis build without like giving away the map, because you have to be careful a little bit. Sometimes choosing the Crisis robot with Gauss isn't the right time, because sometimes you simply need capping power and brawling power on the map. But if your team is amazing, like my team is here, then they are having things under control most of the time, and you're doing the assisted kill shots that also help, of course, but they're not, you know, taking the beacons in the base, and you're not like stopping the enemy. There's another kill for me. Wait for it. Pop, 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 pop. In sequence, and I needed a little more because he had his reflector on and whatever. Alright, I don't know. I haven't counted how many kills we got, but it was a lot, and I feel like now it is time for me to jump into the Titan. If I were to stay in the Crisis now, it would be neglecting what my team needs, right? Right now, my team needs damage output, and not just a little bit of damage coming from a Crisis, but actually Titan damage output. And if I play this smart, I can outplay the enemy Titans from afar with the Icarus Titan, right? The Eiffel Titan. Exactly what we need to get further in the progression on that leaderboard. And these weapons here, although I understand not everybody is going to have them, but I feel like it is fair to say that a lot of you guys probably have an Eiffel laying around, or can have an Eiffel by this point. I think that is fair to say. So if you have some kind of weapon that allows you to fire from a distance, just choose those, right? Just go with what allows you to be a little further away from the enemy. That's typically the right idea here. Target switch ruined the kill. But I'm gonna get this one real quick, and boom. Look how quickly you can accumulate damage output. And by the way, the Condor is really the hard counter to an Eiffel Titan. With the amount of time it flies, it's crazy. You can shoot it back, but you know, it really can get you damaged quite a lot. Alright, so that was the first part of this video. I'm gonna give you 2 more sequences in which we're using another Icarus robot. In this case, it is the Sunjot. I realized that this is a newer one. I'm trying to bait this guy by using the phase shift and appearing for a second, but he didn't fall for it. And he just knew he was so low on health, he needs to stay in his ability. But I know I am going to out-fuel him. His fuel is going to run out, and I'm just going to delete him then. And this is an excellent robot for kills, you know, the Sunjot. If you play it smart and you use... It's a very delicate play, honestly. And I feel like it only works with phase shift, because the phase shift allows you to pop out of your regular ability, pop 2 shots at an enemy, and get back into a phase shift until then, and after which you can again pop 2 shots and get back into your regular ability, right? And then you can have that going for a little while. And if you go absolutely crazy like I do here, then you even combine the battleship stealth with it. I'm going to show this to you also in the next sequence, but we're using not just all those shifts here, but we're switching between regular ability and phase shift, but we're also utilizing the battleship stealth. And if you time this perfectly like a living god, then you're gonna have a 3rd invincibility popping in. So you can cycle it even more, and that's what we're doing here in the next sequence. I'm really low on health now. I took down a Ravager, and now I'm activating the battleship support. I'm coming out because I know I'm gonna be stealth for a second. Then I'm gonna fire 2 shots and hop back into the phase shift for a second. Guys running down on that last stand, and then I would have finished him off here. I got really lucky that I caught actually somehow caught a shot in the middle between shifting these invincibilities. That was a very unlucky coincidence. But it does not happen very often. There is a... Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a Newton Titan. Okay. I wish I could drop him. It was an assist. Alright, whatever. We still did a lot of damage. I think dealing damage also counts towards it. So now let's get 3 kills. You've seen this in the intro. Popping the Titan, popping the robot, and popping yet another Titan. That's why this is an Assassin Titan. It has to have the Quantum... stealth. Go away, you frickin' laser beam. You have to have that, right? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to take down Ravagers, you're not going to be able to take down Dux robots most of the time, you can't be taking down the Devourer Titans, so you can really not do your assassin type job if you don't have the quantum sensor. So I always go with the one with the specialization tree that allows me to get a quantum sensor out. It is the most important one in my opinion, right? Because those enemies, they feel safe, and when they're not, that's when they get killed. So we're in the next situation here, coming in, and again I'm gonna show you this elite cycling between 3 different ways of being invincible. One of them being obviously the regular ability. The ultimate Phantom did not stand the slightest trace of a chance. I just bullied him left to right. And then next guy, okay. Every time we swap out of the shift, in the shift, out of the shift, right? When we come out, we heal up with the Changwei drone. So that's another thing you need to know. That includes the phase shift, by the way. I'm activating the battleship, so I have stealth now. I don't need to run any of my abilities for 3 seconds. So I'm able to recharge the fuel on the regular ability, I'm able to take down an enemy and rely on my stealth to carry me through these 3 seconds. Then of course we're dropping the turret for an extreme amount of damage, And I don't even have to deal with this Raptor because he's in Reflector anyway. I can search for a different target that is not reflecting damage back to me. Meanwhile, my turret is going to drive him nuts. I even got an assist over on the other side of the map. I know that Seraph is going to land sometime soon. I'm coming in to prepare the kill. I see a Dux first. I decided that I can probably drop the Dux real quick, circling the shots 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to do the maximum amount of possible damage, not wasting any potential shots in lags, because cycling shots also kind of prevents that. And here I'm making one mistake. I had my battleship ready. I could have used it to cycle into another invincibility, to drop the Scorpion and then attack the Fenrir afterwards. The Fenrir had the right type of weapons to drop me quickly. I should have realized that, and I should have made this, well, more strategically. I could have stayed in that match for a really long time with that Sunjot and gathered more and more kills. Instead, we're seeing a little bit of a different Icarus robot in action now. It's the Imugi, which turns out to be an Icarus robot. Go figure. And you know, the thing is, I really don't know what type of robot is what type of thing. I never know that. I don't ever care for it. The only time now that I actually care for it is an event that requires you to play a certain type of, I would say nation, but nation is wrong, like technology brand or whatever, right? And it's interesting with this event that Pixonic is doing here, where you can get a lot of good stuff. Now you're actually sitting, you're taking a little look at the lore. You're actually playing the lore a little more here, and working out which robot is from which faction, so you can use the right ones, right? So it's kind of cool that Pixonic A gives away some really useful stuff for free here, and B that it kind of also gets you a little more with the in contact with the lore, and that's a cool thing. So we're back in the Icarus Titan, the Eiffel. I had some bad moments with it, by the way. I feel like the Eiffel is not really that good anymore, especially when there is a, what's it called, a Bersagliere on the map. They can just snipe you out of existence with the bow and with the Vindicatore. You just get absolutely deleted from the game. You don't stand a chance unless you start to see that he's there and you begin attacking him. And you have quantum stealth, like quantum sensor, so you can see him in stealth when he does his dash, and then you just drop him harder than he drops you. That is the only way you can survive against the Bersagliere. If you're just doing your job on the map, you're covering enemies left and right, you're doing everything and then from somewhere starts a Vindicatore Bersagliere to work you down, you don't survive that for for not even a minute. Probably not even half a minute. So yeah, I've had some really bad moments with this setup, or with the Eiffel in general, but I also had some really good moments as well. I feel like this is a Titan that can be played really well, and I'm gonna give you very soon another episode I have already recorded with 3 videos where I I'm just using the top level of my skills. Like every last inch of skill is used in these videos, and the question of the video will be something similar to does skill matter or not? Right? Because yeah, that's gonna be a video coming up. You can expect some living legend skills to shine there, that I show you with that Eiffel Titan and some other robots. So be ready for that. It's coming up sometime soon. If you enjoy this video here, obviously please consider subscribing, stay tuned, and yeah, and hopefully I catch you in the next video as well. And since we have a weekend coming up, I also wish you a wonderful weekend. However, tomorrow and the day after is going to be video content as well here on the channel, right? So hopefully you're there. This guy already has his ultimate Minos, see that? I'm not sure if he also has the ultimate pilot for it already, but he's got it. You can tell he's not like a meta player because he's actually running this area effect weapon on top, but he does have it, the Minos already. So get your own Minos, my friends, and hopefully I catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, Manni signing off. Bye-bye.